Thank you for your introduction. So good morning, everybody. This is Yago Somoano from Hunosa. I'm the manager of innovation projects for the company. And today I will try to explain to you how we have diversified our business from coal extraction to energy services. Our region, Asturias, is situated in the north of Spain. Has a history closely linked to the extraction of coal, with at least 70 vertical pits and more than 2,000 mountain horizontal mines. Along the last 2 centuries, coal mines from Asturias have extracted around 60% of the total national production. At that decade of the 60s, coal price fell dramatically when the discovery of new coal and oil reserves along the world, and also because of the end of some autarky policies in Spain. So Hunosa was founded in 1975 when several private mining companies were integrated into a new state-owned company. Since then, it has been a continuous reduction in the number of active collieries and then also in the number of workers, peaking at nearly 27,000 workers in 1969. Nowadays, there is only one underground mine in operation called San Nicolas, a coal washery called El Batán. In 1995 was put into operation the thermal power plant of La Pereda, with a capacity of 50 electrical megawatts, with a CO2 pilot capture plant of 1 megawatt. So here are some of the other activities in which Hunosa is working nowadays, such as watering, now treating coal or coal, by adaptation of a power plant for biomass as a fuel, or geothermal energy from mine water, of which I'm going to explain in more detail now. Here you can see the central area of Asturias, which is with its 3 main cities, Oviedo, Gijón, and Avilés. And also in purple, the galleries of the abandoned coal mines of Hunosa, creating a network of thousands of kilometers, which behavior is similar to an artificial karst. Here we can see how the phreatic or underground water level works before and after the coal mining activity. The fractures occur in the different layers of the ground, make the ground less impermeable. And new buildings also are constructed in areas that otherwise were affected by water level. Finally, we need to keep a safe water level to avoid damaging buildings, infrastructure, etc. With the water pumped at about 23 degrees, this eternal cost of pumping has now turned into a renewable source of energy. The initial facilities came into operation between 2014 and 2016, supplying heat and coal to our first clients that were the hospital called Vital Álvarez Huilla, the research building of the University of Oviedo in Mieres, and also the office of the Asturian Energy Foundation. The 3 of them are individual and separated facilities, taking the heat from the water pumped from Barredo Colliery in Mieres, and with its corresponding substation with heat exchangers and heat pumps in each building. Afterwards, in 2019, it was constructed a district heating network in Mieres, supplying heat to new clients in Mieres that were 2 residential buildings, a secondary school, and the main building of the University of Oviedo in Mieres. With these systems, we could centralize the heating production in a generation plant close to improving the efficiency of the system. Finally, during last year, we finished the construction of the work in the city of Langreo. Different of is 2 kilometers from in this slide, we can see how the collieries are affected underground. In this case, we can see different levels of fairly interconnected. Lost shaft.
Sorry to interrupt.
Is Barredo colliery.
Sorry to interrupt. Would you be able to maybe to switch your camera off? Because please, could you switch your camera off? Because your internet connection is a bit difficult sometimes for us to hear you. So maybe if you switch your camera off, so show the presentation, but just switch your camera off. Thank you. Oh, no. See, that's it. Excellent. If you could try again, then we might be able to hear.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So I go on. Okay. So these are the characteristics from the in Barredo colliery. We have the mine connected hydraulically with others, so we can see 5 different shafts. Barredo was in operation between 1937 to 1995 with a depth of the main shaft of 355 meters with 5 different levels. And we have the annual pump water from Barredo colliery around 4 cubic hectometer. In relation to a total annual pumped water in Hunosa, 35 cubic hectometer per year. And the water temperature is constant during the whole year and around 23 degrees. Now we have the data of the financials of the initial facilities in Barredo with an investment of 1.5 million euros, and the data of the energy supply during year 219 with an heating energy supply of nearly 5,000 kilowatts hour and cooling 2,500 kilowatts hour, with a reduction of CO2 emission in an annual basis of 1,483 tons. With this, we have the main facilities are the hospital of Mierens, the main client, with a COP of 4.8. So it's quite good, efficient. Now we have the scheme of how the initial facilities work. We have 4 different pumps in the shaft with a safety water level at 35 meters. So we have this temperature of the water of 23 degrees, and it goes to a heat exchanger in the building of each client. We have a closed circuit with, for example, the temperature of the circuit to hospital of Mieres, changing the temperature from 20 to 15, and then the 3 heat pumps working for the hospital in the same building. So this is how the temperatures can work theoretically in summer and in winter. So when there is a heat demand, we can supply heat, and where it's cold demand, we can supply cold. Just changing the temperature at which the water from mine goes finally to the river, no? The same scheme we see in the last slide. Well, here we have a few pictures of the Barredo colliery with the heat exchanger facilities. And now these are the new facilities in Barredo district heating with an investment of 1.5 million euros, supplying estimations for 2020 of 3,000 megawatts hour with a reduction of CO2 emissions of 776 tons. And this is the scheme of how it works with depending of different temperature demands, because different clients have different temperature demand. No, in the case of the dwellings, they need temperature at 50 degrees, and in the case of the university, around 75 and sometimes 80. So that is how the system works with 2 heat pumps in serial and backflow. So district heating Barredo was awarded at the 6th edition of the Global District Heating Energy Climate Awards. That's a biannual award granted by the International Energy Agency that rewards the best projects on a global scale related to the development of heat networks that contribute to the fight against climate change. We have similar pictures for Fondon Colliery in the city of La Felguera, with different colors for different levels of gallery, and how Fondon is communicated in this case to Pozo Candín 1 and Candín 2 different shafts. And here we can see also how these mines are connected hydraulically. Fondon was in operation from 1905 to 1995 with a depth of 482 meters, 12 levels, and an annual pumped water from El Fondon of around 1.7 cubic hectometer, compared to the total Hunosa of 35 cubic hectometer on a yearly basis. Water temperature is very similar to Barredo, also at 23 degrees and constant during the whole year. And the numbers for this new district heating is an investment of around 2 million euros. And we have estimation for 2023 of supplying energy heating at around 2,146 megawatt hour with a reduction of CO2 higher than 500 tons. And then we can see how we have different COP for the different clients, depending on the characteristic systems, but all of them we hope they'll be around 3.5 and 4. And a scheme of Langreo district heating, a layout, well, very similar to Barredo district heating. And then here's some keys of our business, no? So how it works. So Hunosa makes the initial investment and carries out the project and construction. Also, we manage the maintenance, repair, and replacement of components. Of course, provide the energy. So the clients pay an amount for maintenance, repair, and replacement of components, and for the energy. So there are many advantages for the client. So they pay nothing for the initial investment. They have energy price lower than other types of energy. So Hunosa guarantees saving with respect to traditional source of energy with fossil fuels. They don't have to worry about maintenance, repair, etc. And they use renewable energy. And that is all from us. So thank you very much for your attention.